Good afternoon and welcome to round 4 of the Armed Forces iRacing League. Today we're at Watkins Glen International Raceway in New York. We also have 7 drivers today. Clayton Doty, his first race after getting his rig set up for the DCS here, so welcome him for his first race here in the Afrl. Jacob Ross is back again. He's again looking to try to podium. We got Jason Huck, Anthony, I want to say Escobar. That's his name. Yep, Anthony Escobar. It's his first race in the Afrl. He is looking mighty quick. So we might have a new contender for Nathan out there. Also, Ariel Espinosa's first race. So welcome him. Nathan is back again. He is looking to get another win. And Gregory Burchett out of the U.S. Army as well as Nathan in his Army. So we see Anthony set a quick time of 2:06.2, provisional pole position for now. Minutes left of qualifying. This is a pretty wide open track, so it does take a little while to get along the track. About 2 minutes, 6 seconds a lap. So I think it's going to be our second longest track of the season. We have Monza combined, which is going to be a very, very long layout. One track that I've never driven, but I've seen people drive, and it looks pretty funny to watch. It incorporates part of the old Monza layout. I think it's a brick, kind of like embankment, a big oval brick track. Next weekend we have Tsukuba, which is a pretty small layout, but it does promote close racing, and that should be a really fun one. And then after that, for race 6, we have Okayama, and then 7 is Summit Point, and then race 8 to finish out the season is Monza combined. These are this schedule of tracks was created with people's suggestions in mind. I tried to incorporate some tracks people wanted to do, so most of it is voted by the drivers in this league. But I did try to do 1 or 2 that did promote some close racing with these Mazda cars, since they're not the fastest, but they are a really good entry to the simulator. Because iRacing is not a entry-level simulator by any means. It's a full-blown race simulator. It's not like Forza like on the console, it's a full-blown simulation game. It definitely has good physics. And personally, I've learned a lot of road-based skills from this simulator. So it does apply to real-life driving, I think. There have been professional sim racers from this game go and make a professional career out of it. Specifically, some NASCAR drivers like Chris and forget the other one. William Byron, I think his name is. Williams on Hendrick's team in NASCAR. I think he won Daytona? The Daytona 500? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did. And that guy was a professional iRacer and then loved racing so much that he turned into it. So as we're about to wrap up qualifying here in about 30 seconds, Anthony again has provisional pole, followed by Jacob Ross and then Nathan Fuller. Jason Hutt, Clayton Doty, Ariel Espinoza, and Greg Christian. I think that's it for qualifying. Should see them grid here in a second. They do have 2 minutes to grid after qualifying. That allows them to apply a different setup, you know, maybe with more race fuel to last longer. There is a mandatory pit stop in this race. Fuel capacity on this Mazda is limited to about 28%, and that equates to about, I think, 18 to 20, like 15 to 20-ish minutes of fuel that they're able to go. And there's some strategy to play in that. You could try an undercut to maybe if they were to replace tires, to get the new tires that they apply to warm up quicker, rather than an overcut where they don't have enough, you know, as much time to warm up their tires. But in this series, there's not really a need to change tires. These Mazda tires last pretty long. They do get a little used by the end of the race for sure. So there was a slight change, I think, in qualifying order. So again, just to recap, qualifying order: Anthony Escobar qualified on pole with a lap time of 2:06.058. Jacob Ross is behind in second, the front row with him. Nathan Fuller is in third. Jason Huck in fourth. Clayton Doty in fifth. Ariel Espinoza in sixth, and Gregory Burchett in seventh. So we should see some action on the first lap. See what goes down. And we see some weaving. Some drivers may attempt to weave and warm up their tires prior to race start, because they are starting with fresh tires. If you guys know anybody that is into sim racing in your shop, friends, family, that are active duty, retired military service, veteran, DoD employee, feel free to share information about this league to them. We're trying to grow this league and make a racing community on Air Force Gaming. And those watching, hopefully some drivers will rewatch this back, but we might be trying to set up something with a different organization to do like a tournament style event. It is in the works. We'll see if we can't get that done. Not trying to obligate the Air Force or Air Force Gaming to anything as of right now. Just thinking about it. But if we could grow this community, I'm sure there would be some opportunities to do something like that in the future. So definitely try to reach out to anybody you know who's into racing, inform them about Air Force Gaming, and get them in the Discord and start talking. I should have set a short pace lap. I think I did that for last race, but I forgot to do it this race. So they're having to do a whole formation lap. So it might play in effect with fuel, so they might have to pit a little earlier than usual. Alrighty, the pace car is about to dive into the pit lane and get this race underway. I think Anthony already went. We got green flag. Anthony got a pretty good jump, so he's able to maintain his position. Jacob is in close pursuit though. Looks like Jacob got a good run out of turn one. Nathan looks like he's under pressure by Jason. Oh, as we see Jason go too wide in the S's. Trying to pressure Nathan there. Also, Jacob's getting a massive run on Anthony, so they're about to go too wide into the long sweeping right-hander. Jacob gonna stick it around the outside. Wow, nice try though. Didn't seem to lose that much time. Nathan's looking down inside possibly. Ah, and he makes the move. I think Jace or Nathan might have position going into the hairpin. This fighting between Jacob and Nathan is allowing Anthony to pull away and establish a good gap to the cars behind. So we got a pretty massive 3 wide. Jason sending it 3 wide. Who's gonna back out? It looks like Jacob backed out a little bit. Nathan maintains second, or actually inherits second place. So Jacob definitely losing out on some spots there. Jason runs out wide, and Ariel running out wide a little bit as well. Looks like Nathan's trying to catch Anthony. Ooh. And we had a collision in the back. We see Ariel going to pits. I think he just made a slight mistake and hit the wall, got some damage. We do have one fast repair in this series. This is meant to be a little beginner friendly. So if you do end up making a mistake, you do have a shot at it back on. Go on board with Jason here. He's getting a good run on Nathan. Nathan's going to defend it inside. Jason doesn't actually try to attempt to pass, just decides that. With this longer layout, ooh, as Jason sends it up the inside. Couldn't make it stick though. With this longer layout, draft is going to be super important. And again, Jason sending it up the inside. It looks like he's stuck it this time, so he's going to defend. Definitely getting their elbows out today. Jason did defend very well there. See if Jason can catch the leader and remain in that draft. That's definitely going to be key for Jason to get if he wants to have a shot at the win today. As Anthony sets a lap time of a 206.9, but Jason with a very fast lap of 206.1. Are we going to see Nathan pull a massive run on Jason? We'll see. Jake looks to be getting a pretty big run on Nathan there. As he sends there on the outside. Doesn't look like he's going to make it stick. And I didn't even realize it, but Jason is going around the outside of Anthony, putting him under pressure. Definitely getting some good battles today. Jason seemed to go a little bit wide, maybe on purpose, to get tight right-hander, 8-9 turn complex. Jason does seem to be very quick today. Clayton is not that far behind either. Clayton did set a 206.8. If he can speed up just a little bit and get in that draft, he might have a shot at a podium as well. Clayton's rocking a good Gulf livery. Made popular back in the day. He's not that far behind. I think he's getting the draft. Looks pretty close. Anthony has gotten overtaken. I want to see what happened there. So we're going to rewind and see what happened to Anthony. Looks like he just made a mistake. Oh yeah, he got loose. Oh, what an amazing save. Kept it from the wall, that is for sure. He's going to get a massive run on Jacob, it looks like. He's going to send it down the inside. He's going to make it stick. Jacob's holding position on the outside. Might barely squeeze in front. No, Jacob kept the position. He has the inside position for the next corner. And had to back out. Clayton Doty, I didn't even realize it, last lap set the fastest lap of the race so far with a 2:06 flat. So he's definitely catching up. Good top 5 battle as of right now. Jason is leading the race. Well, as he gets a little loose, allowing Nathan to go around side by side into turn 9. Somehow held the position. Oh! I wonder what happened there. Did he have a wheel disconnect or something? It looked like his wheel disconnected. That is super unfortunate for our race leader, Jason Huck. He was showing some really good pace today. It's really unfortunate. Hopefully, we get that fast curve going and then try to salvage a good result. As we see Anthony going up the inside of Nathan here. Is Clayton going to send a move down Jacob's inside as well? Doesn't look like it. Nathan's going to stick it around the outside of Anthony. Looks like he's able to hold that position. And he maintains the lead. Definitely going to be a battle going to the next few turns now. Especially on the uphill kind of back straight. Not necessarily a back straight, but opportunity to draft a lot. Anthony gets a good run out of the hairpin corner. Looking to make a move around the outside going into turn 9. Looks like even pretty late on the brakes. As we get contact. Definitely some elbows out today. Is Jacob going to send it? Nope. Jacob definitely wanted to look at that opportunity. Is he going to send it inside here? Just wait till the turn. Thanks everybody for watching today. As we see someone pitting. Jacob Ross is pitting. I wonder if he's trying to do a massive undercut. Because there's so much battling going on. Maybe he can get some clean air and just run some clean laps without battling and see if he comes out in front of everybody. Definitely going to see some longer timed pit stops this race, unlike last weekend at Lime Rock. Lime Rock has a pretty short pit lane, but Watkins Glen has a lot more boxes due to its capability of holding IMSA races. Just bigger profile races, they have a lot longer pit lane and a lot more boxes. So most of the time is going to be, ironically, just driving through the pit lane. And we see Jacob have a 52.2 second pit stop. We'll have to see what that compares to what Anthony or Nathan or Clayton does. As we see Gregory in 5th, appears to have some damage on the right front. This track is not too friendly to Mazdas. It is a track meant for cars with power, so drivers might find it a little tricky today. Clayton does appear to be closing the gap to Nathan. Anthony is pulling away slowly but surely. We go on board here with Clayton. This is the view that all the drivers are experiencing. iRacing is a full-blown simulator, like I said earlier. They do not have the option to have a view outside of the car like other games. This is meant to make the driving as well as possible, like you're driving the whole thing. It does look like Clayton is closing the gap to Nathan with a 207.1. About 4/10 quicker than Nathan. Are we going to see some battling here going into this? I think we are. What is Clayton going to do? I thought they were going to... Oh, they're bump drafting, trying to catch Anthony. That's really smart of them. Try to catch them. Oh, as we have a yellow flag ahead. Looks like he got it under control. Ooh, Clayton goes out wide. Carrying a lot of speed. Ooh. Jacob seems to be doing some decent laps without traffic. Or excuse me, Jacob. Sorry. Gregory, I think he pitted for fuel as well. Might have pitted already, I think, for fuel as well. Are we going to see Anthony go into the pits? I think we are. We're going to have to see where he comes out. Nathan decides to stay out for a lap. Clayton also going into the pit lane. Gonna have to see. Anthony's going into his box now. Clayton just got into his box. As Jacob is approaching the last corner. This is going to be close, fellas. Let's see where Jacob comes out along with Anthony and Clayton. Anthony's leaving his box. Looks like they both had a pretty fast stop. So Jacob's going to be a little bit behind Anthony and Clayton. But it does depend on how well Anthony Clayton adjusts their fuel load. If they can maintain good lap times, they can stay out in front of Jacob. Maybe Jacob's getting a good run with Clayton. Might have been actually a really smart move for Jacob to do that, to pit early. Definitely fighting for the podium here. Jacob sends it down the inside of Clayton, makes the move stick, and Jacob is in third position. Nathan is going down in the pit lane as we speak. We'll have to see where he comes out alongside Anthony or Clayton. Nathan still hasn't left his box. This is going to be close. I wonder what's happening. He's just now leaving his box. He had a pretty slow stop of 52.7. So Nathan's going to come out, and it looks to be side by side with Jacob. Wow. I wonder what happened in his pit stop. Well, he's probably going to try to fight and get ahead of Jacob. Clayton's just going to sit behind Nathan, not pressure him too much. Definitely some different lines you can do in this corner. You could go out wide, bring it in, see if we're going to run on the back on the straightaway right here. You could just hang around the inside all the time. It just depends on your driving style, to be honest. Anthony looks to be extending the gap. He's showing tremendous pace today here at Watkins Glen. But we do have a pretty good battle going between second, third, and fourth. It's been like this all race long. As we see Nathan trying to pressure Jacob a little bit for position. As you see Nathan, he's going to send it down the inside of Jacob. Clayton pulled out as well. This is shaping up to be a really good podium battle. Jacob going to slot in right behind Nathan, try to probably pass him on the next corner with the draft that he gets. And we'll see. Gregory sets his fastest lap of his race at a 2:09.8. Not too shabby, Gregory. Keep it up. As we see Jacob go by Nathan again on the back straight. They're continuing the battle side by side. This is definitely slowing them down compared to the leader. As you see Nathan really send it around the outside in that corner, and it seems to work. Jacob's going to send it down the inside. I did not expect that. Ooh, Nathan's going to hold him down there. And Jacob looked to be clipping the curb a little bit, sacrifice his exit speed. Not terribly far behind Nathan still right there in the draft. It might be worth it for Jacob just to sit behind and attack over the last lap, if he could just stay within Nathan's draft. Clayton seems to be pressuring Jacob now. Jacob, massive dive bomb. Couldn't make it stick, unfortunately. This draft again is just so powerful around this track. Super long track. Draft is so key. I thought they were going to go 3 wide there for a second. The way the camera angle was. Nathan is definitely pressuring Jacob. Jacob did get a good run. Nathan is looking down the inside. Is he going to make it stick? Pretty late on the brakes, and it does look like it. Clayton gets a little loose. This is a really good battle. Holy smokes. We're in for a spectacular finish, ladies and gents. Anthony continuing to extend his gap due to the battling that Nathan, Jacob, and Clayton are pursuing right now. That gap is now almost 13 seconds. 13 seconds. He is really dominating today here. Jacob's probably gonna, yep, there we see the move. Side by side. 3 wide down the back straight. Nope, almost. Clayton's getting a massive run on Jacob here. Is he going to? Yep, he's going to definitely stick it around the outside, try to inherit second place and see if he can't defend from them. Is he going to make it stick? Looks like he does. Nathan's looking around the outside there. Sorry. The button activated the mute chat. As we see Nathan, he's going to try to pass Jake around the outside here. Or is he going to do the over-under? Looks like he's going to hang around the outside and set himself up. They better be careful not to battle too much to lose the draft to Clayton. Oh, as we see Nathan spin. No way. And I think that solidifies the podium for Jacob and Clayton. Unfortunately for Nathan, he's going to be too far behind to catch up. I think he just tried to get on the gas too much there. As we see, white flag. Anthony continuing to put down good lap times. And it looks like Jacob, avoiding the spin from Nathan, has lost the draft to Clayton. So Clayton definitely with the fastest lap, going to pick up a lot of points this race. As we see, just a quick update from Jason Huck. His VR apparently, his VR connection dropped out, so his screen went dark. And that is the tricky thing with VR. VR is very immersive for this game. It is probably the closest thing you get to real life driving on a screen, but sometimes VR has issues compared to traditional monitors. And it appears to have happened to Jason today, which is super unfortunate. He was one of the top contenders for this race. As you see Anthony crossing the line in first, he was doing some burnouts. Celebrate his win. His first race in the Armed Forces iRacing League comes out with a dub. Absolutely dominated the field today. 14-second gap to second. Clayton with the fastest lap of the race, however, with a 2:06.09. So Clayton definitely showed some speed out there today. And Jacob, Nathan, and Jason as well. I think it's Jacob's first podium of the season, if I'm mistaken, sorry. I think he finished 4th last race, and also Clayton, it's his first race, comes out with a 2nd place podium. Nathan managed to hold on to 4th place, and Gregory with 5th, and Ariel with 6th, and Jason rounding out the order. Next week we have Tsukuba, so that's bound to be a really good close racetrack, a lot of battling, probably a lot of position changes, just like Watkins Glen today. So be sure to tune in next Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern for the race. We'll go live probably about 15 minutes prior to capture a little bit of practice and qualifying, just like today. But yeah, again, try to share this league information with anybody you know who's into racing simulators, racing games, that kind of thing. Just try to grow the community. Thanks everyone for watching.